talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she need down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Y'all already know who this is. This is JH. I wanted to talk to you guys, and it is an opinion piece with facts behind it. It does not directly relate to the United States Postal Service, but it actually does. If we broaden our thought process, I'm going to talk to you guys about something we spoke about a while ago, and that was UPS, our brothers in brown underneath the Teamsters. I just got some information, I believe it was 2 days ago, and I wanted to share this with you guys for you guys to have a different perspective, because we all said, man, Brown got everything going on for them. But in actuality, they're going through a very similar situation that we're going through. And I want you to just kind of listen, because I'm going to read it and I want you to hear, because I'm going to detail and highlight some points in it. But you might be flabbergasted. Check this out. UPS rings in the new year with hundreds of job cuts across the United States. Yeah, job cuts. We've been talking about that as well. Logistics giant UPS announced hundreds of layoffs across the United States as 2023 drew to a close right after the holiday season. The layoffs appear to be concentrated among part-time warehouse workers, especially those working daytime sort shifts, the sorting shifts during the daytime, the part-timers, the non-career. Only 3 days after Christmas, the company announced it would eliminate the entire day sort shift at Louisville's Centennial Hub. Louisville is in Kentucky. We had a whole freaking video about this whole Kentucky area. Kentucky is like the central port of the whole country where everything kind of shoots out. If you guys didn't know that, think about what I'm telling you. A ground facility which employs over 2,000 people, approximately 225 workers are affected by cuts, according to one Centennial worker who spoke with the Centennial, separate from much larger Worldport facility also in Louisville, which is the central to UPS shipping network. The Centennial layoffs have been widely reported, but less well-known layoffs are at other facilities. Another daytime sort shift has been cut at Alderwood facility in Portland, Oregon, affecting about 100 people. The company also announced it would eliminate the day sort shift at its 81st Street facility in Indianapolis, Indiana, according to the statement of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. Teamsters, those are my dogs. Let's see. Here it goes. A Louisville area member of the UPS Workers Rank and File Committee, founded last year to oppose the Teamsters sellout contract. They call it a sellout. I don't know why. I heard rumors that some of this volume is going to be diverted to Lexington, Kentucky, more than an hour away. This sound familiar? We have the RPDCs. They're shifting volume to another place more than an hour away. So what are they going to do about it? According to the contract, workers should be offered to be relocated in order of seniority. Sounds like our contract. But who's going to relocate to follow a part-time job that pays $21 an hour? The elimination of these shifts are not due to seasonal variation as the company exits its peak season. They are part of deep cuts to the workforce, particularly concentrated amongst warehouse workers. which comprise most of the 340,000 workers who are members of the Teamsters at UPS. They are part of deep cuts to the workforce concentrated on the warehouse workers, which comprise most of their 340,000 workers. Warehouse workers are highly exploited. You guys feel that way. Mostly part-time, with starting pays at only $21 per hour. They got the mail handlers beat. Up from a low as $16.65 an hour. Y'all were making more than them until they got this new contract before the ratification of a new contract over the summer. We're not there yet. Stay with me if you're here. This is the good part. UPS intends to use massive job cuts to offset the costs of modest pay increase. They call it modest pay increases under the new contract, which still leaves part-timers making far less in real terms than what they made in the late 1970s. A major factor in this assault is the implementation of new automated technology. Told y'all about this. Last November, less than 3 months after the new contract was passed, the company opened a massive robotic facility in Louisville called UPS Velocity. The warehouse uses over 3,000 robots, but employs only 200 people. It is expected to process 350,000 packages per day. The sort jobs impacted by the layoffs are among the most vulnerable to be replaced by automation. UPS is going to trim down the fat that they see in this company. Jay uses that word a lot. I used this word last week or this week or whenever you watching in my other video, trimming down the fat. This is what they're doing. I didn't write this article, but this is what all these major companies are doing. And you know what the USPS tends to do, right? They tend to follow suit. Oh, Amazon doing it. We're going to follow Amazon. Oh, UPS, which we go right next and neck with. They doing it. We're going to do it. They already changed operations in Dallas, Texas, Rockford, Illinois, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where they went to completely nighttime operations. We're going to see a continuous slowdown in the economy, and UPS is going to cut jobs. It directly correlated to the volume for them. Now they are diverting to the new automated facilities. Yeah, I can see that. Obviously, those facilities are going to cut labor costs. Remember the video that I had with the little guy next to me? I see this as a huge push in their long term. We are at the precipice of a new age of work with this technology. They're gonna get rid of people and they won't have to pay these machines healthcare, pensions, overtime, etc. People need to pay attention to what's going on. The alarm bells are ringing all over the place. I think we're probably looking at some view as fourth industrial revolution. Looking at what some would view. They missed the extra what in there. The layoffs are also an exposure of the role of the Teamster. See now they're picking on the Teamsters. Teamster bureaucracy, which sold a new 5-year UPS contract to members as supposedly the richest in history. We be thinking that our contracts be messed up. Now we're hearing things from a different perspective. This again is an opinion piece, but the other stuff that's in there is factual. See as how it's correlating to us? It's kind of interesting, or you shut it off already, whatever. Which would reverse decades of sellouts by previous union administrations. The Teamsters administration under Sean O'Brien used empty threats of national strike, which workers overwhelmingly wanted, but which the officials never had any intention of calling, to paint the deal worked out behind the scenes with management as the product of a pressure from below. This sounds like what I was talking about with the NALC. NALC, National Association. Yeah. Remember, it had to be this week. We were talking about people doing things behind the scenes. These almost sounds identical. The paint the deal worked out behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. In reality, the contract did not meet any of the workers' demands. Same thing you guys are saying. This is the same thing that everybody's saying about their unions, including a bare minimum starting wage of $25 per hour and full funding for pensions and healthcare. Most significantly, it contains no protections against job losses due to automation. I think our people are trying to fight that. Anyway, you guys can read this. It's a long article. I'll leave the link to this article in the comment section, the first pinned comment. Do what you will with it, but I want you not to take the article, the opinion piece, into full perspective. What I want you to do is take the facts and see how it correlates with what we have going on here. Sometimes the grass ain't greener on the other side of the fence. 2024. My 8-year-old made a comment, and I had to, he unfiltered, but sometimes children don't have that filter that I have to have. And sometimes they say what comes to their mind, and sometimes it's truth. So we gotta wake up. Let's try to figure this out together. And when these people are talking about having time for people to vote and get people in office or get people as the vice president of these unions, step up. Step up. Go get into your union, be involved, step in there. You be the change you want to see. Or we'll just be continually talking about this on JH's channel. All right, it's JH with some food for thought. Let me know what you think.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.